Yeah, give me a moment, please.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
I'm coming. Give me a minute. Sorry, can you? Yeah, it's okay now. So let me just quickly connect this stuff. Just gonna connect this so that it works. And she just make it low. Let's see. All right, so confirm you can hear me.
I can hear you, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Is the voice okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's very audible.
Nice, nice. I'm using that mic that I bought. So let me join with the. Okay. Let me see. Okay, no wala, no wala. Let me use just my phone because it's my laptop says this is my phone. All right, so we are good to go.
Yeah, we are. So, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah. How are you doing today?
I'm very fine, thank you.
All right, that's very good. So we can get straight to business. So the purpose of this meeting is for me as an inspiring entrepreneur to ask you questions about your journey, how you started, and how you got to where you are now. So in that light,
Okay.
the first question I want to ask is what exactly motivated you to engage in entrepreneurship?
Oh, all right. Thanks for the. So my name is Michael Ojo. I'm the founder and CEO of Octave Incorporations, and what really motivated me to go into entrepreneurship is um, basically I felt like there was a lot to be done to advance digital technology in Nigeria, and at first I did not have the skills, but after acquiring the skills, I realized that um, this is just the way to move forward. And I also saw that there were different problems that are yet to be unsolved in Nigeria and Africa. So yeah. So and aside that, growing up in a very local area, I see businesses you know um, stagnant for years, and that's one of the things that helped or that did not let Nigeria prosper that much. So I decided to start my own company and try to solve all of these problems, one at a time.
Oh, that's very good. That's very nice. So you identified problems and then you had the passion to solve them. So that's why you went into entrepreneurship. That's
Yeah,
noted.
basically.
Noted. So from my observations, I noticed Octave focuses on youth empowerment. That's from all the adverts I've been seeing and how your media has been pushing out your activities. Why I'm wondering, why didn't you focus on business to business relationships? Because after all, they pay more. Why focus on youth empowerment?
Well, I would let you in on something, right? Nigeria has more poor people than rich people. So if you focus on rich people, you will you will make money, but you will not create wealth per se. Because think about fintechs, right? Fintechs scale more, even faster than other products because the poor can afford their products. Just download the app and then transfer, and they charge you an amount that you will not even feel it. So that's why the scale faster. That's why everybody's going to fintech. But other products that, maybe like going into cars or going into expensive clothes or as, there's just a small percentage of people that can afford it. And in Octave, we have very ambitious goals. In future, we want to go into car manufacturing, drone manufacturing, we want to go into aerospace. But people are not too wealthy to afford this product in the future. So we are very futuristic. So we asked ourselves, will we buy our product? Because many people are poor in Nigeria. So the only way to tackle poverty is really to educate people, and we have to play the long-term game. So we are taught that if we start educating youths now, and not just educate them, but also kind of help um, mentor them along the way,
Okay.
teach
Okay.
them how to monetize the skills, they can in few years become rich. And in that
Okay.
few years, we have also started our own, expensive products. So what we are doing right now is that we're kind of empowering our future customers so that in that future, when it's time for the products to be sold, we have people to buy it, and not just rich people that are not really plenty, but we now have more
More
rich people
customers.
afford our
That
products.
makes
Yeah. Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. I understand now. I understand. Okay, thank you, sir. So the next question is, what were the challenges you faced during the entrepreneurial process? Maybe during startup, because I know Octave was founded 3 years ago, to be exact.
Yeah. So when I started, I was in year four. My final level in University of Lagos. I was, studying chemical engineering,
Chemical engineering, yeah?
and yes, chemical engineering. And one of the major issues was, of course, funds. Right? We wanted
Yeah.
to start with robotics, but we realized that we didn't have the money, so we had to go into edtech first because edtech was kind of much more affordable to start. It's like you don't need any money to start an edtech. Just you know, gather guys and tell them you can teach them this, and then they pay money for that comes at little to no cost, right? So we just kept on scaling edtech to some point so that we are able to now invest into other, because we're trying not to collect anybody's money. So we don't want to have any form of investment in Octave yet. So we want
Okay.
to try to build organically, right? So we are quite patient. So we built the edtech part, brought some funds, and then we now invested. And so yeah, funds was the first thing. And secondly, as an entrepreneur, probably when you start, you would expect some form of support from family and friends. Or on the contrary, these guys will not actually give you the support you need, right? And it
Okay.
can actually affect you. Yeah, emotional support was not needed. And lastly, we needed to have the skills. So we were unskilled. I myself as a founder, I was already unskilled to build it.
Okay.
Like yeah, so all unskilled. So we had to having to pay a professional, really has a skill, millions and thousands. We found time to like build ourselves and ensure that we get the job done by ourselves, But it will take more time, but at least it's sustainable because you don't have to pay someone an amount that we cannot afford. Yeah, so but majorly it's just the funds, and of course they say Nigeria does not have the enabling environment. Well, I don't really see that as a challenge because you create your own enabling environment
You
because
create your own
if you're an
environment.
entrepreneur, yes, if you're an entrepreneur, you're supposed to solve problems. So if there is no enabling environment, then that's the problem. So you're meant to solve it, not to complain about it. People
Actually,
should not complain about Nigeria not helping them to. No, they should be the person that should provide that solution so that another person can now say Nigeria has an enabling environment.
okay, okay, okay. I get you, sir. I get you. I get you, sir. Thank you very much. Okay,
You're
so
welcome.
on to the next question. Please, what are your critical success factors? That's to say, the areas of your business that are vital to its success, like your strong points.
All right. So I had asked our digital team at Octave that how can we track our major goals? So our mission is to advance digital technology in Nigeria and Africa, and our vision is to be the number one digital solutions company in Nigeria. So to be the number one, which means we need to know who the number one is and how much they are worth. So let's say the number one currently is worth about $150 billion. We
Okay.
should aim to be about $500 billion in less than 5 to 10 years. So our metrics really is we are more of impact actually. So I started with money because you cannot get to $500 billion in 5 to 10 years if you don't create impact. So what you do is this: you find a very difficult problems that people might not even want to solve or find it difficult. So you get that problems and then you focus on solving it very well. So as long as you're focusing on solving those problems, you are going to um, get the wealth that you need. So what we do is we focus on the number of people that we have impacted. So instead of me telling you, okay, we've made this amount of profits, I'll say no, we've impacted the lives of over 5,000
Okay.
youths. So
Okay.
we do that by training them, sometimes free, sometimes paid. You have over 10,000 plus community members, and all of these guys have benefited from our trainings one way or the other. So by that, by the number of of impact we make, we can know that in future, because what we do is we plant seeds in people and we ensure that we nurture that seed till it grows. So whenever you come into the Octavian ecosystem, we don't let you live. We ensure that you become successful. So it's a full pipeline from beginners to intermediate to advanced to getting the job and to actually be. So we help you to be on the right path, because when you become successful, you will make us successful. So
Ah,
I put a quote out there. I said, if you help other people, achieve their dreams, they will take you closer to yours, right? So we need these guys to be successful so that they can contribute to our own success. So yeah, so I would say that we've impacted about 5,000, youths, and we are going to do more next year, definitely.
by the grace of God. So your strong point is that you are impact minded. Yes, I got that, sir. Thank you very much for
Yeah,
that. And then
you're welcome.
on to the next question. I wrote here that I've observed that you are very passionate about what you do, but I wonder how you manage staff, especially if they don't have the same passion as you. Also, get how do you market to get clients and then turn those clients into loyal customers? Like, do you have a process? Do you have steps? Did you get the question?
Okay, so yeah, I did. So starting from the stuff. So at Octave, we do lots of difficult stuff, and it's quite taxing. And if you don't really believe in a dream, you will not be able to stay, right? So it takes a lot of grit and effort to actually do the work that we do at Octave. So we're trying to achieve something that many Nigerians think is impossible,
Okay.
and um, we don't even pay salaries yet. So because most times when startups raise money, they want to pay salaries and pay other stuff. So at Octave, we told ourselves that instead of collecting another person's money, let us invest our salaries into the company back, and we just take a little bit of the profit to to make ourselves comfortable. So you can get data, you can get food, you can repair your gadgets, you can buy gadgets, but the salaries should be put into the company. So basically, each of the employees becomes an investor.
An
Imagine
investor.
instead of paying 500,000 naira, you put it into Octave back, so you're not collecting salary. So for you to accept to not be paid for over 2 years, it means you believe that this is going to happen, right? So
Yes,
if
sir.
you don't believe, you can't work. And recently, some people had resigned because I'd realized that they don't believe. And once you are profit driven in Octave, you should not be profit driven. If not, your stay will be excruciating. You would not like your stay. People are here are working for free and they love what they are doing. So if you love what you're doing, you will not look at the money. And the fact that we are playing the long-term game means we have to sacrifice for the next 3, 4, 5 years, right? And all of a sudden you can just spike in the 6th year. So if anyone is not ready to sacrifice, then they don't belong in Octave. So we let you know that hello, you're going to work like hell and you will be paid. Are you ready? And even if you say yes, we are still going to, because we're not joking. When you go into the company, you see that there's a lot of work. And if you kind of, become redundant or you become lazy or whatever, you are going to be sanctioned. And we are quite strict in Octave, even if you're not being paid. But I don't want it to look as if you are giving us charity work. No, you are not. You are not working for free. There's nobody that works for free. Everybody wants to make money at the end of the day. But the kind of growth we're trying to create in Octave is something that we have to be strategic about, and that requires us sacrificing a lot. And for our marketing and sales, we basically try to ensure that our customers feel loved and cared for. So we do not just tell them to come and pay or this and that. No, we kind of understand their problems, and we try to ensure we try to let them know that we want them to be successful. We want to make their dreams come true. So we're going to do all it takes in our power to make their dreams come true. And that alone gives them the assurance that we truly care for them and we want them to be better. And then that makes it easier for them to trust us and then give us the money that we need. So that's how we do it. We don't just go and say bring money. No, no. We will be kind of empathetic and ensure that your problems are actually solved per se.
Okay.
So that's how the process is about, publicizing, getting the leads, reaching out to them personally, right? We call most of them, we discuss with them, we ask them the motivation, we ask them their challenges, and then we try to find ways to, personalize the trainings to them so that their own dreams can come true.
Okay. 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 I understood what you said, sir. Thank you very much. I understood what you said. Thank you very much. And then on to the last question. Okay, it's not a question. It's asking you for advice for us who are young, is aspiring entrepreneurs who also want to go into the digital and tech space. Some of us who are interested in data analysis. I have some friends who are interested in cybersecurity. Some interested in UI UX. A lot of people have a lot of different interests. So what advice would you give for us to us?
Well, I would say that entrepreneurship is not that difficult. It depends on your mindset and your readiness to give it your all. So unlike a businessman who just want to make money, an entrepreneur, especially those that are in tech, are out to solve problems. So if you're out to solve problems, you should not be profit driven. But then you focus on money, you will probably not make so much money, and then you probably be frustrated on the way. But when you are patient enough to sacrifice and make impact, you make impact by solving problems, whether it's people's problems or societal problems. There are problems everywhere. Just solve something and solve it very well. And whenever you're trying to start up something, don't just do it because you think it's great. Ask people first. Ask them if they actually have that problem. Ask them how they are currently solving the problem, and ask them how they would have loved the problem. So you're basically being customer centric. You don't just, one of the mistakes people make, and that's why they don't scale, because they just build products and think it will be used. People are going to buy because in their mind it's going to work. But they've forgotten that I could be hungry and you give me meat. You're trying to help me with food because I'm hungry, but what if I was a vegetarian? You didn't ask me what I wanted to eat, right? So you need to be customer centric, and you
Yes,
need to
sir.
be impact driven, and you need to play the long term game. Like, this is the best I would tell you: play the long term game. Don't think you're going to become rich in 2 3 years because you have your own business, and try to run at the lowest cost possible. I'm still staying in my grandma's house, right? Because I don't want to carry one big money paying a particular landlord in Lekki or VI. Because if I do that, I would have to shift to focusing on money. Because if I don't make money, I can't pay rent. So try to not give yourself liability that will need you to start working extra hard to make money instead of making impact. So try to, if even if you want to stay in a house, don't live beyond your means. You have a business to build. So all your money should be going into the business and not into another person's pocket. But you're buying a car, you're buying a house with this small change, and you need to be disciplined with spending, because your business will need a lot of money, especially when you're just starting, because you would need money to grow, right? And
Yes,
if you
sir.
don't have any investors yet, you need to put in your own money. Imagine if you're not spending so much money on on rent, on fuel, it won't be sustainable anymore. So try to live at the minimum cost possible and focus on solving problems. Be customer centric. I
Be
will not,
customer
you know,
centric.
customer centric. Ask the customers what they want before you build it.
Yes, sir. I got that. Focus on long-term goals, be
Yeah.
customer-centric, and then learn to live below your means so that you don't incur unnecessary costs. Thank you very
Yes.
much. Very valuable advice. So, sir, this is the end of the session, and I want to say a very big thank you. And it's a huge privilege because I follow your work on a daily basis and everything you post on LinkedIn and the amount of people you've impacted. And it really inspires me because I just started my journey into data analysis about 7 months ago. So it was a
Wow.
prayer point for me to find someone who is already on the same path and has gone ahead of me. So I thank God and I thank you, sir. I'm very appreciative for
You're
the
welcome.
time you took out. And I
You're
want to
welcome.
say a big thank you and God bless you, sir.
All right, then. Thank you very much for the interview. Had a nice time with you. Thank you.
Yes,
Have a
sir.
great day.
Have a great day, sir.